The NFT and Web3 sectors declined over 80% in 2022, according to investment firm Arca. But IT services and consulting firm Accenture says the Metaverse will fuel a $1 trillion opportunity for businesses by the end of 2025. And joining us now to discuss is David Treat. He's a senior managing director at Accenture. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Christine, thanks for having me.
Very impressive. I saw over 100 blockchain and other patents that you guys have created, you and your team at Accenture. And you were named one of the architects of the future by Silicon Republic in 2018. So I'm very curious about your presence here at the WEF. Accenture has a prominent presence on the promenade here. What are the conversations like with corporations? Are you trying to get them excited into crypto, blockchain, metaverse? Are they taking it up? What's going on?
Yeah, we're excited. I founded our blockchain business back in 2015, and then a couple years later, I pulled in our extended reality business, and have been managing the two teams next to each other with a colleague of mine. And lo and behold, we ended up having a word for that. In that, really, when you think about all of the value that blockchain creates with the tokenization of identity, money, and objects, and that ability for you and I to go from digital place to place to place and bring our stuff with us, combined with the power of extended reality to redefine the places we go to. Our physical world is in 3 dimensions. Why would we hang on to a two-dimensional world, a two-dimensional digital world for a moment longer than we need to? And so we're here telling that story over the past year, really the whole notion of transforming our flat, two-dimensional digital world that's constrained to a flat piece of glass that we look through that's in our laptop or our phone.
Web2, yeah.
And breaking that open to basically say that, look, I can, through the use of these metaverse capabilities that range from augmented reality to virtual reality to the tokenization of identity, money, and objects, I could now be anywhere with anyone in any place, and I can do it all right here, right now. And so that's wildly powerful, and we're telling that story with our clients and building platforms with our partners. So we're here as part of that continued engagement across the industry to say, how will metaverse capabilities actually transform business models, drive whole new revenue pools, and really transform the world around us?
And so does that turn into a conversation that is, blockchain, not Bitcoin? Are corporations a little more skeptical of cryptocurrencies, shall we say, and more into closed or private blockchains?
It's a great question. At the end of the day, what we obviously need, and the place that we live and the work that we do with our clients, is we deeply understand what do scale systems require. So whatever the innovation, and we have our space in the blockchain and crypto space has just been a wonderful source of great innovation. Being able to take that from a happy path context, if you can do something really cool, really cool, how do you bring that to scale? When my parents engage with something, they need a phone number. They need a call center, right? The recourse, the governance, the transparency, getting to scale systems for the tokenization of our identity, money, and objects, super important. And that's where we're focused, is how to do that, how to get it to scale, get it to common Main Street.
So to getting it to scale, does that require closed blockchain, or are they open to decentralized and
I think we do ourselves a disservice, actually. The language we've been using in this space has been too binary, right? Permissioned, permissionless, open, closed. And it's actually much more nuanced than that, because you have to talk about what aspect of it. So if you take a component of when something goes wrong, we have an innate human need to fix it. Right? We want it to be fixed when it goes wrong. Mm-hmm. In order to fix it, you need somebody to be able to do that. That requires some degree of, of governance, audit, control, and the like. The ability to think through the hybrid structures that we're working with to do that in different creative ways.
You need the intermediaries?
Well, I think the intermediaries change dramatically. So the roles of intermediaries can change, and they won't look like the ones we have today. But if you believe that, if you accept that as part of basic human nature, we have to have the ability to fix it when it goes wrong, then yes, someone has to be able to fix it. And so if you can create architectural patterns that can ensure that you can do that and generate the trust in the trust in the users, then it succeeds. And if you tell them, I'm sorry, it's gone, there's no getting it back, I'm sorry, you erode that trust. And so I think it's important that we have a conversation that's not so binary.
Okay. Well, so what I'm hearing is probably they're looking at more private closed blockchains. When I think of Roblox, they talk about having a metaverse, but it is a closed metaverse. But do you think eventually it could evolve in the way of decentralization? Maybe this is a step in, creating more open public blockchains.
Well, I think the key step is that we have incredible portability of our stuff from place to place to place. So if I buy something in one context that's anchored to one ledger, which is super valuable to have that confidence and all of that goes along with that blockchain-based ledger, I need to be able to bring that object, that land title, car title, collectible, and the identity that I've received or my money, I need to be able to take it to a different digital context. And if that's a different ledger with a different wallet, that's a pretty dystopian outcome. If we have kind of we can't have one wallet to rule them all. We can't have a wallet per thing. And so one of the reasons why I'm here in Davos this week is we're advancing something we announced in the fall with Linux, the Linux Open Wallet Foundation. We've been busy securing premier members. And the goal of this open source project is to wave in and openly welcome all of the different wallet infrastructure efforts to be able to create that basis for anyone to be able to build a wallet that is interoperable, enables that portability,
building bridges,
and has that notion of of safety, security, soundness baked into it, so that we can then focus the competition frontier on the right level, which is, can I create a more lovable, trusted wallet?
And you have a partnership. Accenture has a partnership with Microsoft here and creating a collaborative village. What's that all about?
So I have to say, we can. There's some announcements coming later in the week. You got to stay tuned for some of that. A little bit of a teaser, but certainly you can look at the press release from when we were here back in May, and the partnership and Professor Schwab's vision for the future of what a more open, collaborative space for the world stakeholders to convene and talk about the world's most challenging problems. That mission very much continues, and you'll have to stay tuned for some announcements about it.
All right, we're giving you a preview here right on CoinDesk TV, Accenture, Microsoft partnership coming up later in the week. David, thank you so much for joining us.